Greetings from Las Vegas. I am at the Silverton Hotel Casino Lodge. Behind me right now, this is the starting point for today. Lori is hiding out in the Corvette, and I have as usual, my 2023 Tiger 1200 Rally Explorer with me. So for today, we are going to head to a little community called Blue Diamond. It's a short ride. We're just checking out. There's a restaurant that we've just recently become aware of called the Cottonwood Station. So we're going to go there, have a little late breakfast, early lunch. We're both off today on Friday. It's March 21st, 2025, and it's 70 degrees roughly. It's so beautiful out today, so it's a great day for a ride. Silverton here. A little background on that. It was 1994. It opened up as the Boomtown Casino. I think they were trying to cater to tourists, and it didn't go so well. It was a little too far south of the Strip. So 97, the owner, I think the guy's name is Roski, was able to take full control of the place from his partners. He was able to buy them out, rebranded as Silverton, focus more on locals business, and it's still here. So 30 years later. So in 2004 they added Bass Pro Shops, which is a big draw for locals. We really like that. Boat availability and fishing stuff. If you want to go to Lake Mead to do that, there's all kinds of firearm shopping in there, clothes, outdoor stuff. It's really cool. So it's Bass Pro Shops, and it's a big one. So they also added this giant, it's like a fish tank aquarium thing, but they have a live person swimming in it often as a mermaid. Pretty cool attraction, right? So, and then a while ago, they added, Cracker Barrel. This was a big one. This was the first Cracker Barrel for the Las Vegas area. We always used to have to drive to St. George, Utah to get Cracker Barrel, which wasn't so bad because it was a good excuse to go for a cruise. But now we have one right here. It's a nice one. It's a little small, but it's great. Man, when that place first opened up, the lines were hours long to get in there. And then they added a big timeshare tower back here as well. So, good for them. They seem to be doing well. Bass Pro Shops is kind of our draw when we come here. It's a single property, not connected to others to my knowledge. But that's it for the Silverton, and we are going to hit the road now and head to little community of Blue Diamond for a little something to eat at Cottonwood Station. All right, let's fire this thing up and head to Cottonwood Station. All right. Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? All right. I think this way to the left is the best to get out of here. So our familiarity with this little town called Blue Diamond started, 20 years ago when we first moved here. My buddy JJ had gradually convinced us to get mountain bikes, and he'd already been doing that for quite a while here. Well, he'd been doing it all his life, I think, but he'd been riding with friends out in this area, and a lot of great trails. That's what this area is really known for. This Cottonwood area is known for amazing mountain biking and hiking trails. So that's what we started off doing, and not necessarily in this little town, but as we started to do it more, we realized the trails took you right through this little town. Really cool. We always thought, wow, this would be such a great place to live. And there's actually a smart owner out there that has a bicycle shop. So great starting point for people who want to make that their, if you don't want to go to the big fancy parking lot down on 160, you can go to the bicycle shop, park in that area. There's a park, other things in this town. So you can also, if you need, tubes or other supplies or what, you got all kinds of stuff. At least at the time, it's been a while since we've been there. But aside from that, it was, I think, a library, a park, and a general store, which was also, I think, the post office. And that was it. But we always thought, oh, it would be so cool to live there. And I think it's one of those situations where people don't move that often because it's such a cool place. It's this little, it's not really a secret, but it feels like a little secret hidden community just outside of Vegas. So if you worked here in town, it would totally be drivable from that. Not a problem at all. There's the light. So I checked on Zillow this morning before we left to see, wondering if anything is for sale in Blue Diamond, and there are 4 spots available, ranging from $700,000 all the way up to $3.85 million. So, youch. I think it's the 2 of the spots are just property. The $3.85 million, I think, is 2.5 acres of primo land. So, build your own if you can afford the property. And then the other 2 places are the actual homes are, just average houses. So, look like they're both, well, at least one of them. I don't know if they both were, but built in the 50s. So, tempting, but man, that's out of our price range. So, this little town was initially a mining town. There's a gypsum mine right down the street. And back in the early 40s, the gypsum company decided it would be, like a lot of these mining companies do, to set up a little mining town for their workers, so they would be right next to the mining operations. And that's what this was originally called. Cottonwood was the name, and then I think it was 42 when that was created. And back then, Vegas was obviously nowhere near what it is today. So that was the roots, and then eventually, I think they called it Blue Diamondville or something along those lines for a little while, and then shortened it to just Blue Diamond. And this road that we're on right now is also called Blue Diamond. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the destination in my GPS. It's called Blue Diamond Road. So, it's also 160 is the highway number. And this is also we take this quite often when we're going out to Pahrump or Mountain Springs Saloon, things like that. So, this is, and a lot of people, this is a very highly traveled route. There's a community called Mountain's Edge out here. It's the southwestern corner of the Las Vegas Valley. A lot of nice housing out there, so a lot of people commuting, driving the Blue Diamond Road to work every day. So businesses, as a result, keep growing and growing and more filling in as the time goes by. It's one of the cool things about the Mountain's Edge community, a couple of friends that live out there, your backyard is a trailhead for off-road riding. So super cool. You pull, you take a couple of side streets out of your neighborhood, boom, trailhead to fire roads, what do you call, power line roads, all that kind of stuff. What a great, and now as the community expands and grows a little bit, makes it a little bit tougher to get into those, but they're still there, and these are the trails we started off on a long time ago, taking all the way through these power line roads all the way down to Pioneer Saloon. We actually found Pioneer Saloon one time by accident. We didn't even know it was there in Good Springs, although I think that may have been from a different launch point. But all these trails in the southwest part of this valley here, or the southern part of the valley, there's so much good stuff out there, and I do miss that. I'm a little chicken to pursue that now after a knee injury a while back, but I don't know, one of these days we'll get the nerve back up again. But shh, don't tell the wife. I just think about the prospect of being not able to ride for another 6 to 12 months as a result of another injury, and that puts a lot of dread into me. So for now, adventure bike on roads with a little bit of dirt roads here and then we'll have to satisfy. And this Tiger is very satisfying. If you know what I mean. So we have, I don't know, it's only 5 or 10 more minutes and we'll be there. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute so we don't have to keep me droning on and extending the length of this video forever. Okay, we are getting close to our turn, and I managed to get Cottonwood Station put into the Google Maps, so you can still see, I love that, you can still see a little bit of the snow covering Mount Charleston off in the distance. This is the back side of it. So you have to go a completely different way to get there to actually access it, but March 21st, and you can still go up there. I bet you can still go sledding, which is also why we haven't done any Let's Drive to Mount Charleston videos yet, because we're going to wait until it's less likely to be covered in snow, at least for the roads and stuff. I don't know what the road conditions are this time of year, but we are coming up on a gas station where we frequently meet to do car cruises and motorcycle cruises, especially if we're going out to Death Valley or Pahrump Speedway or a brothel run, or which we'll do that eventually too. Those are kind of fun, or interesting, I guess. So there we go, in half a mile. So we're going to turn onto 159. I guess technically we're turning, but it's still Blue Diamond Road because it's taking us to Blue Diamond. So from here on, I guess this is just Highway 160. And this will be 159. And shortly after we turn, we will see that gypsum mine I mentioned earlier. On the right, I think there's also a nursery or something like that, like a cactus, where you can go and buy cactus for your garden and house and stuff. I think there's one of those up here, if I recall. It's been a minute since we've been this way. This might be the place I was thinking of on the right here, maybe. Oh yeah. Cactus Joe's. It's even got the coolest name of any cactus place around. My name's Joe, by the way, if I hadn't mentioned that. And then this is the gypsum mine that was responsible for creating this little town we're going to go visit. Just beautiful. You go a little bit further past this, and we'll do a couple of other videos in the coming months. There's a state or a national park a little further down the road from Blue Diamond Town. There's also Red Rock Canyon, which is another big park with a really nice loop, and we'll do a slow crawl through that. Beautiful. In a lot of spots, we've gone there many times, either with car clubs or bike clubs, or you just go because you want to. A lot of times when family and friends come to town, they've heard of Red Rock Canyon and they want to go check it out, and it's really nice for hiking and just sightseeing, and you look around. Heck, I think the first time we ever came here together back in 1999, we came out to Red Rock Canyon and explored a little bit. It's really pretty, especially when you're from Michigan originally. You don't have stuff like this. You don't have this kind of a scenery. This is just beautiful. I mean, Michigan's beautiful as well. It's just in a different way here. But this desert landscape is just gorgeous, and huge contrast to what you're used to in the Great Lakes state. But we are less than a mile from our turn into the little community of Blue Diamond. This restaurant, like I say, I think there's an extra road here that you can also take, but we've never taken this one before. We always just do the main one up here. Maybe that's for residents that live in the back part of the town. But that's it right there. That's the overview from the main road. And quarter mile, turn left. It has its own little left turn lane up here. That's good. Oh, watch for burros, the sign. No joke. There are a lot of burros out here. You see them all the time. You'll hear them making that donkey noise that they make. And I'm not talking about Eddie Murphy's Shrek jokes. I'm just talking about the actual sound these things make. It's pretty cool. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, maybe there's a school bus thing going on. That might be a lady out there to make sure that the kids are safe. So I don't know. Like I say, it's been a while since we've been here, so I'm not exactly sure where. It's on the map, so I'll follow the map, but I'm not exactly sure where this is and if we're going to need to park at the park here. We used to park here sometimes, and bicycle people used to park here sometimes, unload the mountain bikes, and then go riding. And you know, one of these buildings, there was an actual restaurant bar thing, and we saw some friends play. They had a little band they played. So there's the post office. Village Market. Okay. And Trek, there's the rental center. Oh, you can actually rent bikes. Very cool. Oh yeah, there's the Village Market. I remember that. And let's see. Where is the actual... Here's the community center. Ah, here it is, I think, on the right. Cottonwood Cafe. Sweet. They have gas here now? That's fucking badass. I did not know that. I'm going to park here. I don't know where she's going to park. Ooh, a lot of bikes here too. Very cool. All right. We will have to figure this out. Well, here we are at the Cottonwood Station, and a lot of bikes already here, and it is, what is it, 20 after 11 on a Friday, so mountain bike riders here, motorcycle riders, there's even gas here now. How cool is that? So well, let's go in and check things out and see what we think. Cottonwood Station. Oh, very cool. Bicycle parking. Awesome. Some sculpture in the thing. Oh, and even look at this over here. The whole front of it is set up to look like an old truck, like you're actually sitting in a bed of a truck for part of it. That was badass.
I'll wait for the girl.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Alright. Appetizers, ooh, pretzel sticks, fries, chips and dips, bunch of salads, paninis, and whatnot. Very cool looking interior here. Very nice. Alright. We're all about the coffee and maybe a lunch thing. Pretty nice. You got apple blossoms feeding some bees. And then you have a massive cinnamon roll, which is amazing. Blueberry muffin. And BLT. And a couple of coffees. So overall, outdoor seating. Very nice. And we're gonna get at it. Alright, we are heading out after a late breakfast, early lunch at Cottonwood Station. And I gotta say, my official opinion, best cinnamon rolls in the valley. Definitely. Worth the drive just for that. We both said that. In the future, coffee's good. So come on back sometime and we'll get some cinnamon rolls and coffee just as a short drive to get out of town. This place is great. So both giving it thumbs up. So that'll wrap it up for today. So until next time, drive carefully and come back soon.